Good afternoon, guys. It's Monday here after Thanksgiving. I was gonna try to give you guys a pretty good week worth of running, but it looks like my week may be ending sooner than I thought. It kind of sounds like I'm losing a injector here on my truck. Getting a little bit of smoke. I got a hesitation whenever we get on the whenever I get on the throttle, it kind of sounds like one of my cylinders is not getting enough fuel right from the get-go. So I think I'm starting to lose an injector. That's what I'm hoping. I'd rather not have to do another rebuild on a motor this year. We just got our PACCAR motor back about 15 weeks ago after doing a rebuild on that. I'd enjoy not having to, sorry about the GPS there, I don't need that. I'd enjoy not having to do another rebuild, but we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys informed here as we go. I'm just kind of babying the truck back to Tennessee here. I had to deliver in Charlotte first thing this morning.
Continue on for 28 miles.
And then I was going to grab another load out of Chattanooga heading over to Louisiana. I was going to hustle back, grab that, get that on today, deliver in Louisiana tomorrow, have a decent week. But it looks like I'll be taking this in tonight and hopefully getting them to look at it tomorrow morning and let us know if we lost an injector. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. That's all it is, and I can be back on the road by Wednesday, Thursday. But like I said, I'll keep you guys informed. So yep, that's what's going on right now. I'll be back on later in the week to let me know what's up. But just giving you a quick little update. Thanks, guys. Alright, good morning, folks. This is Thursday morning. What do we got? About 11 o'clock in the morning. Finally getting on the road. Got my truck back today. This is kind of a it's gonna be in the same video, but it's an update to where this video started. So just gonna come out. They did an injector test at a local shop that we use right here in Jonesboro, Tennessee. They are a phenomenal company, but this one, they couldn't figure it out, and they didn't want to tear into the motor without really knowing for a fact what the issue was. So as you can hear, you listen to the motor, no knocks or anything like that. I can't really hear nothing. They sent me over to the Detroit dealer, which is over in Kingsport, Tennessee. I went in, talked to him, and they can't get me in until the earliest next week, Wednesday. So I thought it was an injector issue. The company, and I'd love to put their name out here because they're a phenomenal company. And if you're ever in Tennessee and you need some work done, or you want your truck tuned or anything like that, they're a great company to go to. But I will ask them next time I'm through their shop if I can go ahead and put their information out there for you guys to hear and to possibly go use their company. They won't be a sponsor or anything. They're a small local shop, small trucking company themselves, but they do amazing work. Very, very intelligent guys there. So I went to the Detroit shop, and I thought it was an injector. The company that did the initial test on my truck, he's thinking I'm starting to have a head gasket go, which is not a good thing. The Detroit shop, I've never used them before, but they seem to, from what our shop said, that they are an absolute phenomenal shop there. They have guys, most of their mechanics have been there 15 plus years, a lot of knowledge, and all they do is work on Detroit motors. The way he put it was, if it doesn't have a Detroit stamp on it, they don't touch it. So when it comes to a motor, they're the people to go to with issues. So I went over to them, talked to them. They're thinking it's an injector issue because of the skip. He's thinking possibly an O-ring has gone bad. But like he said, he's going to start off when they're going to test the fuel rail, test for the fuel rail pressure. And like he said, they don't do it through the computer. They're going to do a mechanical test. So they disconnect the fuel rail. They put a piece in the fuel rail with a pressure gauge on it and read the pressure directly out of the rail, not off the sensor, which I like. I think computers they help, but it's not worth much when you go into a shop and all they want to do is throw parts at it. These guys are going back to the basics, so got a big thumbs up and kudos from me on that aspect. Use a mechanical pressure tester that they know works, not a sensor that could be misreading and throwing you down a rabbit hole that of problems that aren't actually there. So they're going to test the fuel rail first, make sure we're getting the right fuel pressure, make sure we don't have a fuel pump problem or anything like that. After testing the fuel rail, he said they're going to do an overhead on the motor, but they will do the overhead backwards, in the aspect of, instead of doing the overhead and putting it all back together and running it to see if that was the issue. He just said, we pretty much, you know the parameters are supposed to be in. So if, and the way he put it was, if a bolt, if a screw was supposed to have one full turn on average out to be in vicinity of the right parameters, and it doesn't take 2 full turns to drive it all the way back in, your overhead's probably fine. He said if you have something that takes 2 full turns to drive the to turn the screw back in, he said that there's probably your problem. At that point, they will do a full overhead, put it all back together, and test it. Because if you still have the problem, then, well, that was one issue, but that was not the issue. So that was the way he put it to me. After that, then he's going to start looking at injectors. I am spitting a little bit of antifreeze. Kind of seems like it's pressurizing the radiator system. But he said usually a blown O-ring, which is kind of where he's leaning, will not cause you to pressurize the system. He said, but he said if you have a blown O-ring and it's gone, he said, yeah, that can pressurize the radiator system. He said, it's just, well, we'll get into it that way. He said, we'll check the injectors and everything, and he goes, if those aren't the issues, then yeah, we're gonna go down into the head. But where he thinks the injector is the issue is because of the skip. or fuel rail pressure, something like that. Something with the fuel system is the problem because it's skipping the motor. But he thinks, you know, if that's not the issue, because he said he doesn't think, or he wouldn't expect a blown head gasket to be causing a skip in the motor. So I guess we're just gonna test it out and try. Next Wednesday will be an update. I'm heading to Nashville. He told me to go ahead and drive it. If the truck's not overheating real bad and my oil pressure's not fluctuating the way it doesn't normally, if it's not running within its normal parameters, he said run it. He said, what's the worst that happens? You blow the motor. He said, if you got a blown head gasket, you got to do a rebuild anyways. And so really, I'm not going very far. We have an awesome towing company that we use. That guy's real decent. I've had my trucks towed back from Nashville twice. It's $1,000. So I'm only going to Nashville anyway. So if I blow the motor, like he said, it's just going to cost me an extra $1,000. And then we know what the problem is, and we fix the problem. But so he just said, go ahead and run it as long as we're not overheating, as long as the oil pressure's not changing, we're not getting water in the oil, and when we check the oil, we're not seeing it rise, meaning we're getting diesel fuel in the oil. He said, go ahead and run it. So that's what I'm going to do. We're keeping our fingers crossed that this thing stays together. And guys, say a little prayer for me that we're not getting into our second $20,000 to $25,000 rebuild of the year, because I've already done one on a PACCAR. I really don't want to have to do a second motor rebuild in the same year. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that we don't drain the bank account completely. Thank you for watching, guys. This is an update video. I know it's not all that exciting, but I just wanted to kind of give you what's going on in my life right now. Have a good day. I'll catch you guys later.